one thing you know about me is when you come up in here, you're going to hear the truth. Now, I'm just jamming on this beat. But you see the title. You know what we're going to be talking about. And to be honest, I don't like talking about this. Because if I'm compelled to talk about this, that means there's a lot of crazy and delusional people out here. So when I was at work, it was either Thursday or Friday, I looked up at Get Up, and they were talking about MJ's agent, David Faulk, said something about the GOAT debate. And I'm like, here we go. It's the same old thing. It's this debate that is so retarded. But we do live in the Me Too era. That ain't got nothing to do with men. We live in a Me Too era. Then again, it does have something to do with men. But that's the era we live in. Everybody gets a trophy. That's the era we live in. Participation trophies. That's the era we live in. We live in the era, I'll say it if I have to say it 100 times. We live in the era of what is a woman? We're actually asking that question, and we are also having a so-called debate that is no debate at all. Now, ever since LeBron James has come into the league, people have been comparing this dude to Jordan, saying he's in the GOAT conversation. On top of that, LeBron has a tattoo on his back. No, he didn't. That wasn't in the contract that he had to get a tattoo on his back saying Chosen One. He did that on his own. Nobody told him that after he beat the Warriors 73-19, after he beats them, obviously they weren't that good if they got beat. Then he goes and proceeds to call himself, oh, that may be the best ever. He says it twice, folks. And when you look at the room, there it is again. That distinct and eerie silence. Everybody's looking around. He's the only one, yeah, because I felt so emotional. And for all the years that we had, man, you are a definite, you're a 260-pound woman walking around, and not a good woman. Folks, I hate to come down. No, I don't, because when people try to give me some pudding that's really doo-doo, and try to convince me that this stinky brown crap is some pudding, I have a problem with you. And that's LeBron. I haven't even listened to but I've heard through different outlets what David Faulk said. And I want you to tell me one thing that he said that wasn't true. They said, we're 15 times. Just stop it. This dude is lame. Wilbon, I heard a little bit of what he had to say. Wilbon said, you got to put me in my cold grave before I say that LeBron. Hey, people are tired of this false narrative. It's made up. And people are tired of it. And chickens are going to come home to roost on this dude. I talked to my friend last night, and it seems the whole context of our argument was having to say what ifs about LeBron's career. Well, what if this and what if that? No, we have I've been watching basketball for the better part of 40 some years, folks. And in all that time, we got videotape, we got stats, we got wins and losses. So I don't need all the rest. No, I don't need what ifs. How about what happened? And what happened is this dude, if you're a fan of this dude, he has left you sad way many more times than he has left you happy. So I'm so sick of this debate. The debate, as far as I'm concerned, is great. And you know what I mean when I say great. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard. No, I've heard sillier, but this is right up there with them. Anytime you have to pay people to get your point across, what is LeBron, a politician? Anybody that says anything, he's the best that ever did it, hating. It can't be from what we've watched and experienced over 20 some years. It can't be that. No, you're hating. And why are you using something different on here? No, let's tell you who did something different. Name the player in the NBA history. I asked my friend this. Name the player. And Stephen A said this, but he late in the game. Name the player that says, I'm the best that ever did this. Name out of all the great players that actually have the balls to get on somewhere talking about, I think that made me the best ever. Man, you sound gay. Is how you sound. You sound feminine. I've always heard if you got to tell people how good you are, you ain't that good, and you don't even believe you any good. You're preaching to the choir. So David Faulk, hey, this man been around sports. He's been around players. He's been around top players. And let me tell you something about men. True men, folks, with testosterone that haven't been estrogen to death by their mamas, their baby mamas. Men know a fake when they see one. I know I do. How do I know? It's just like I know an orange tree when I see an orange tree. Because it's certain things coming out of this dude. The same thing that comes out of a baby mama. Go to Kevin Samuels' videos. Watch these ladies talk in the delusion and the lies. And you go and listen to what LeBron does. The spitting image of it, folks. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't sit here and tell you this if it was not true. This dude is a BITCH, 260 pounds of it. You got Luka, biggest trade in NBA history. You've got what? Oh, Stephen A. Well, he's definitely top two. You got these two people on the same team, and you get gentlemen swept out of the playoffs. But I'm supposed to believe some garbage ESPN has been spewing this garbage ever since LeBron is coming to the league. My friend talking about everybody been dogging him out since he came into the league. I'm like, say what? Say huh? Skip Bayless been running up in his behind, but everybody else, they talk about GOAT. Every platform you ask, if it's in sports and basketball, they'll ask, who's the GOAT? I don't care if you're a young or an old legend player, they'll ask that. But now, since somebody comes out and says, man, he ain't no good. Oh, he's a hater. And man, I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap. Hey, I'm going to go listen to what he said, but I know the gist of what he said because I've been saying it for 20 some years, folks. I've been saying this for 20 some years, that this dude is a charlatan. And even he knows he's not better than Jordan. That's why he's paying people to say he is. He knows Kobe will put 2 feet in his bottom. You think if Kobe, Bryant, and LeBron James in their prime are sitting over there on the bench, I'm gonna blink an eye and pick LeBron James? For what? Why would I do something as ignorant and stupid as that? That would make me a fool. Taking him. I'm not taking him over Bird. Prime Bird, yes, I said it. It was a shock to me when Bird went and missed 2 or 1 at the line. It's a shock when Scrub James goes and hits 2 in a row. It's a shock even to the people who love him most. This is funny. How much do you hear about the Buffalo Bills? They went to 4 straight championships. How much do you hear about those Bills? You don't. And when you do, it's not good. They lost every time. No one talks about them. But yet I'm supposed to talk about LeBron, who took a team and wasn't even competitive. Well, he got to the finals and took this team on his back. Well, guess what? He took that team on his back and they all got slaughtered. Record slaughter. So I don't want to hear about, oh, I went here. It's not winning. You go there to win, not to just get there. I asked my friend, ask Charles Barkley, since everybody talking about these medals. Ask Charles Barkley, who was the man in 1992 on the Dream Team. He was the man. Everybody loved him. The foreigners loved him. He was out in the streets. You saw it. Ask him. If he could have that 93 ring and beat Jordan, which one would he have, please? He'd laugh at you. He'd laugh at you. He wants that ring. So all this talk about the medal and the MVP of the Olympics, really? That sounds so feminine and ridiculous. But what do you do this for? You do this for LeBron. I can't stand this bum because he's a fake. That's why I can't stand him. It ain't got much to do with his game. His game, I've seen it before. When he came into the league, first time I saw him, oh, he plays like the dudes back in the old days. Well, this is a new day. Okay? You want to talk about the rings? I ain't talking about the ring. I'm talking about better ball player, period. And who you want in your corner. You want Kobe in your corner or this passive aggressive 260-pound bitch? Nick, right. If the aliens come down and you got one game, you gonna pick LeBron? Really? You out of your freaking mind. And that's the end of the earth and the human beings. So, folks, I'm not going to talk anymore. But you LeBron people, I'm going to bury you right along with this Billy Goat that you call yourself calling is better than MJ or should even be compared. There is no comparison. It's like comparing men and women. There is no comparison. Yeah, we both human, and yeah, they both play ball, but that's where it stops. Yeah, I'm talking junk because I'm tired of delusional people, and I'm tired of what I'm going to start calling these LeBron sinners. They will sin in sports vernacular for this dude. Winning does not matter. Losing does not matter for this dude. That's a sin when you say in sports, losing and winning. No, it don't matter what you do. But that's what they'll do for him to try to prop this bum up. Kobe will wipe the floor with this fool. My friend told me, man, yeah, I saw on head-to-head battle, he wiped the floor with Kobe. He destroyed Kobe. Show me some tape that you have anywhere of LeBron destroying Kobe. Destroying Kobe? Stop it. Stop it. But that's the length that they'll go to for LeBron. Don't say anything critical of LeBron. And it's not even critical. It's just telling the truth. And what you got, y'all hating. And why don't you judge everybody the same? Why doesn't LeBron do things the same? He pulled a bitch move. He pulled a Will Smith figuratively. He went up there and taught and demanded that I take him as the best who ever played it. Sorry, buddy. I've seen 30 to 40 40 years of basketball, at least 25 to 30 before you even showed up. You done lost your mind. But he put that upon me when he made that statement. I'm the best that has ever done it. No, you ain't. Stephen A. Anybody say he ain't top 2, then I got a problem. Well, you got a problem with me, buddy. I wouldn't pick him top 2. I'm picking somebody I can depend on in all facets of the game, who has no fear. That ain't LeBron. That ain't LeBron. That might be Kyrie, but it ain't LeBron. That ain't in his nature. He's got bitch in him. And it's quite obvious, unless you don't want to see passive aggressive, doing things behind the scenes. Michael Jordan, he was a mean leader, and he was a mean to the. No, I thought my dad was mean till I grew up. No, I'm preparing you for battle. Not, oh, man, he ain't no good. I can't win with these dudes. We need to get rid of it. And let's go have a podcast. Man, this dude is a wuss. And since he's misled my friends, I'm gonna bury him, and I'm gonna bury my friends right along with him. Lame bum. Good for you, David Faulk. Now you just a Michael Jordan lover. No, you just telling the absolute truth. You supposed to be the second best ever played it in Stephen A's mind. Some say he's the GOAT, and you can pick wherever you go, and you can't win, and you get to the championship, and you lose more than you win. Y'all are funny to me, and downright silly and feminine. Because men supposed to go off of logic, not their freaking feelings. But that's what LeBron will make you do. You'll have to go off your feelings, because you can't go off of nothing. But, oh, he played long. Well, I can't tell because he's sitting home. He need to rest. But anyway, folks, I'm done. But I'll talk to y'all later. But one more thing I want to say. I was talking to my friend last night, my boy. We debate all the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking for the game. The Timberwolves, Oklahoma game. I'm looking for this game. I know it's coming on. And I see it. It's 8:30. I'm flipping through ESPN. Looking through all the channels. I'm getting baseball. I'm getting hockey. I'm getting softball. No NBA. Not even NBA TV. Folks, I'm arguing with my friend all the way up to about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and all of a sudden the game pops on. And Minnesota's got about 130 points. I'm like, man, ain't this some mess? So I was going to talk junk about Anthony Edwards, and I still am, because I do not want to see you in any post-game press conference if you can't be there when you lose and underperform. These guys out here are straight girls. I don't care if they got a beard. I don't care if they got balls and a penis. They are inside. They are bitches. You lose. You win. You all smiles. You shades and all this. You lose. And you so lame and wimpy and half a man that you cannot come to the post-game press conference because you can't keep. This is lame. And I think he's lame. Oh, he's done some lame things off the court, which according to my friend, we can't talk about that. But anyway, folks, I'm done. But yeah, LeBron is a bum. And I'm mad at everybody for just coming out now and saying it. I've been telling you this for a decade and a half. Makes me, I'm ashamed of people and how they can be pulled in by this faith. I just can't believe it. But since you want to do that, I'm gonna bury you guys along with your king. Grown men, King James. Boy, you sound stupid. You sound stupid. He's not that good. He's not that good. Okay. He ain't better than Kobe. I said it again. Well, Kobe needed to shut up. I don't want to hear it. Go back and look at that All-Star game and see how Kobe was actually punking this dude, talking junk to him publicly live on TV. And LeBron didn't want none of it. Yeah, he's good when he got a team. Somebody gonna set him a screen. But when people do like this, he was nowhere to be found. He was like a little girl. When men challenge me on the court, there's only one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna meet you at that challenge. I'm not gonna cower. I'm not gonna pass the ball out of bounds trying to give it to someone else. I'm not gonna get my shot blocked twice. Y'all are a joke. LeBron James is a joke, and anyone that says this dude is top 5 over Magic, over Bird, over Kobe, you done lost your mind. You have lost your mind. And you can take those L's that come with it. Take them L's that come along with loving this bum. And his passive-aggressive, tooting his own horn behind the scenes and paying people to say good things about him. And scoff at anyone who tells the truth. The truth today can get you kicked off of YouTube and social platforms. The truth. You can say any other manner of garbage, but the truth, oh, you're going to have to get you a podcast or you're going to have to go to Patreon. Fake news. Fake news. LeBron is taking full advantage of it. Lame bum sitting at home. But anyway, folks, I'm on my way home to Wilmington. Maybe I'm about 35 minutes away. But I'm gonna start talking about these things because my friend, if I could compare it to somebody, don't do that, Ed. It's like my friend is on crack and he can't get off, and I'm trying to get him off of it. Because this dude, the chickens are gonna come home to roost on this dude. They're gonna come home to roost. Because he's a bum. And he knows he's a bum. That's why he has to tell you every chance he can get that he's the greatest. Please. Nigga can't even shoot free throws. I said it. What the hell, my friend? Here's the last thing I'm gonna mention. Me and my boy was talking and I asked, and he said, you mean, I said he ain't top 5 to me. Well, is he top 10? Look, if I got to pick the best players out of the 100 and some years they've been playing, if I gonna kick the creme de la creme, I'm gonna pick people that don't have no weakness. I got the latitude to do that. And why in God's name? If I can pick the creme de la creme, why would I pick someone with a weakness? Tell me, I'll sit here and wait. What with that? What is it, my son? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I'm going to say it again. If I can pick the creme de la creme out of all the players who have played in this league, why would I pick anyone who has a weakness? Why would I do that? Yeah, my son want to play. If I'm a grandma, that's something a grandma would do. Or a mom. That ain't something grown men would do. I get to pick from anyone? Well, if I'm trying to win and I want the best, I'm going to tell you who ain't going to be on there. Somebody I can't trust on the free throw line. Sorry, Shaq, you a dominator. But no, you got a weakness. And it affects our game and the team. Y'all better leave me alone with this LeBron garbage. This LeBron garbage. This LeBron garbage. Please stop, because you look stupid. You look just as silly as people who go in these stores and buy horsehair 5 foot long and put it on top of their head. You look just as stupid, Ed. Get off of there. Stop talking. Hey, folks, I appreciate you listening. You know how I am by now if you've seen my videos. I don't mince my word, but I also am not going to get on here and lie to you. I'm also not going to get on here talking about my feelings when I got facts and I got eyes to see and I can listen to this weirdo talk. And what comes out of his mouth? Oh, you don't know LeBron. The hell I don't. The hell, what do he need to do for me, more for me to know him? I don't know that orange tree. I'm going to call that orange tree an apple tree. No, that's a fool. I don't know him. I know him very well. I know him very well. I know bitches very well, too. And he is one. Sorry, but I'm going to tell the truth. Since you want to talk, since you want to challenge me, LeBron did this. You challenged me, dude, when you said, I think that made me the best that ever did it. Yeah, I think that made me the best that ever did it. Man, you better stop. You better stop. Then you challenging me. You telling me, like you telling everybody, I'm the best. No, you ain't, fool. You ain't even close. Like I said again, I'm not gonna be saying this because it makes me feel feminine to talk about things this stupid. Now, you want to say he better than Kobe? You's a fool. You telling me? Is this what you telling me? If you got Kobe over there and LeBron over there, you gonna pick LeBron? Then I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna lose a lot. You might get to a certain place, but you ain't gonna get to the ultimate height. You're gonna lose to me. Well, we made it. Well, he had a triple-double. You lost. You lost. Guess who else did 2 seasons of triple-doubles? Westbrook. 6'4". Well, how tall is he? Oh, well, he scored this and he scored that. Man, who gives a damn? Are you winning games? No. Are you playing by yourself? No. You had played with more all-stars than any other great player. Let me say that again. Do I know that definitively? Have I checked the stats? He's played with the most all-stars as a top player of anyone that's ever played. I'm willing to bet that. Top 3 at the least. And what has he got there shown for? 6 losses in the finals. When you supposed to be the man and you supposed to get him over the hump. You can't. And that's what everybody wants to explain away. Well, he can't do it by himself. Well, okay. That's where you got to go to. He ain't out there by himself. I just don't feel like I'm going 80, but this thing says I'm going 80. It says I'm going 80, folks, but I just don't feel like I'm going 80 out here. And it's making me weird off. I just had some work done to this car. I know they didn't touch that, but dang, am I going 80 miles an hour? Hey, the car says I am. I might have to get on navigation. It'll tell me how fast I'm going. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna bury this talk because, like I said, in the last 20 years, this fake stuff, I'm sick of it. This Rich Paul and LeBron, they just as bad as Hitler and his propaganda minister back in the day. You just get on there and lie and lie. You just lying to people with your propaganda. I ain't got nothing I don't like liars. I don't like people thinking that I'm stupid and thinking they can just say things. He gonna manifest. That's another. You gonna manifest yourself into a goat? No, that ain't how that works. I'm tired of this dude, folks. I'm tired of this dude, and I'm tired of people being suckered by this dude. People who I like, friends of mine, suckered by this fake bum. And guess what happened when Italy was suckered in with what's his name? God, what is his name? Had them in the Second World War. Yeah, they believed in this bum. They believed all his talk, all his big talk. And at the end, guess what? They killed that fool and hung him up by his heels. Because with all your big talk, now the whole country is blowed up. And we tired of you. Yeah, I forgot his name. Look it up. Rome, 1945. What happened to, what is his name? Got his own people, got him, shot him, and then hung his whole family up by the heels out in the street. That's what's going to happen to you, LeBron, figuratively. Okay, because you have led so many people to defeat. That's it. You to go to that. How many times did you have led teams to record-breaking ass beatings? Y'all better leave me alone. Y'all don't want none of me, because I'm not going to speak nothing but the truth. If it hurts your feelings, screw your feelings. I heard the good book says something about feelings and the heart. It says it's the worst thing ever. Diabolical. Your stinking heart. Your heart pump blood, but we got another heart.